Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. Today we're going to talk about what we think the next generation of car enthusiasts are going to be like. Also, we're going to get into some open world zombies games. Let's get right into it. You got any updates about where your build's at right now?
Yeah, so I'll just put in a twin disc McLeod RST clutch. Feels a lot better now. I'm definitely telling I'm getting torqued down. It's it was definitely at its limit before. That old clutch had no grooves left in it.
You have the luxury of having a lift to use. How bad was it digging the tranny out?
Oh, it's easy on a fifth gen. Sixth gen though, that's a different story.
You better be ready. You better get that motion back in this spring. You got to put my stall in.
10 minutes.
10
Nah,
minutes.
at least on yours, I gotta take the shifter out and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Just pop that shifter linkage off, don't you?
Yeah, you don't gotta get in the car and
Pain.
bump that door into the lift post.
Yeah, it builds character. It's just another story out of Cars and Coffee. You know the deal.
True that, true that.
So right now we're at the point to where there's just all these memes about older guys, boomers, if you will, talking about like you show them a coal pad, like a fuel injector, and they're like freaking out because they're used to the carburetors. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
what do you think when we're boomers? What do you think's gonna happen? I mean, obviously it's gonna be all electric.
These damn Teslas! Get the fuck over here with your fake horn!
At least I don't have to stop at a charging station.
Yeah, I stop at the gas station.
Now, do you really? Well, thinking of where electric is right now, do you really think that we'll be at that point by the time we're boomers?
What age do you consider boomer?
I don't know, like old enough to be naive. I don't know. I guess it's all subject to change. I don't know. You don't know what the world's going to be like from now. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I think by the time we're like 60, it's gonna be mainly hybrids or electric. There
yeah,
will be gas still. I don't think gas is gonna get phased out like that, but I think performance cars, a lot are gonna be hybrid.
I wouldn't be
This is where
mad if they were hybrid though. Hybrid ain't that don't bug me as much
that's
as electric.
that's the next step for like non full EV cars. Is hybrid.
Yeah, I don't know. They have less ways to be. I don't know. Well, they're coming into the starting of like all these different. It's a whole different powertrain. It ain't just a matter of how the fuel gets to the engine. It's like I don't know if they're gonna have the aftermarket support to be crazy. Like you've got your racer guys
Oh
and you've
yeah.
got your. I
Ollie's already got their EV team.
I know you said the Charger Challenger EV is going to have like the different speaker settings for what you want your exhaust to sound
Yeah.
like. That's about the only way I can see electric being
When
different.
yeah. When we went to PRI, Borla had a boost setup and they had different mufflers for electric cars.
I clowned on that a little bit at first, but I mean, that does sound kind of cool. I in a
That's
way,
I mean, I ain't gonna hate on it,
it is.
it's
It
pretty cool.
I feel like people are gonna like jailbreak those cars and just play really dumb sounds
Yeah.
out.
You mad at it and it's just like a girl.
Oh
Like
my god, yeah.
moaning. Like little Timmy's gotta cover his ears, not because the car's loud.
What
It'll
do
be a
you think?
next level. Instead of the clapped out 5.4 Tritons and in front of Roll King, it's gonna be that now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you imagine the future is going to hold for enthusiasts?
Um I think drag racing is going to get stupid crazy when hybrids are a lot more relevant because you're seeing like just gas cars nowadays around like 9 seconds out the gate, like the new GT 500. I mean, you get something that will really get that 60 foot down. I think we'll be seeing like 8 second factory cars.
I saw a car at a Sick Week. It was a Fox body with a stock bottom end Godzilla with twin turbos, and that thing was running like 820s, 840s, like with a stock bottom
Sheesh.
end. It was making way too much. It
Those
was
Stone
make
Cruise don't play.
It was making like 16 pounds of boost, which is way too much for a stock bottom end. You know, that's what it was rated.
That ain't a lot.
Well, by what they were saying, they rated it for like 16 pounds of boost was pretty risky. Like doing multiple passes on 16 probably would have put that car down. I think that car,
I guess it depends on the power because I feel like if you spray methanol and you got ethanol in there, you ain't gonna be knocking too much.
yeah, that car I think ended up going down at some point, but it wasn't during a drag race. It was during a drive event. I hadn't followed it up that closely. But yeah, back to the whole car scene. You know, do you think there'll be like a younger generation that's still into like gas powered in like completely
Oh
gas
yeah,
powered
I think
engines?
you still see your grandpa going out in his old pickup or old 30 Ford, to Cars and Coffee, local car meets. That'll be us with our cars. Like, there'll be some young kids owning like a C7 going out.
Yeah, I could only hope that we can pass on our traditions onto the I've already got a kid and I can't wait to the day that she's drag racing. I see these younger women drag racing and like drag racers kids drag racing against them. That's just what I dream for, and I hope drag racing is still to the point where it's somewhat competitive, but like you said, it's getting pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially these guys come out like $30,000 motors. I'm just thankful bracket racing's still a thing, even though it's super competitive. It's about the only way you can actually win and be competitive without having to spend $30,000 in just a block alone.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people don't have the money right now, and it's not easy to build a race car on a real tight budget. So I think in the future, the platforms though will be a lot better to start on because I mean any newer car has a lot of potential out of the box. I mean, you look at like a new LT2 Corvette. I mean, sure we can't get into the PCMs yet, but I mean those cars got to pick up good considering what the LT1 can do.
Yeah. Well, as far as the physical platform goes, I mean, it seems like Corvette's making it a little bit difficult to do engine pulls. I can't imagine that'd be very easy on that car.
What do you mean?
Like the physical platform, like the everything's on, like the engine, it couldn't be easy to pull that engine out of a C8 Corvette.
Oh, well, it goes off the bottom. It's like subframe drop. I'm sure it's not hard.
Yeah, but if somebody don't have a bent, like a lift, dude, that'd be
Oh yeah, you
rough.
you gotta have a lift. There ain't no way.
Like you got me out in my barn, with an engine hoist. I mean, that ain't no problem to yank my motor out. I can't. If you told me that I had to drop the subframe on my car, I don't know what I'd do.
That's why you get a Camaro instead of a Corvette.
Yeah,
Them Corvettes, you gotta have a lift, bro. They're made for people with money.
yeah, that is true. Yeah, you always say if you got LT money, you got money.
Yeah, I mean LT Camaros aren't like the new LT1. I think that's cool. I hope more manufacturers do that too. The new LT1 Camaro, it's the V6 body with bigger front brakes. Um, I think it's still V6 suspension, and it doesn't get the nice interior unless you option it out, but it gets the LT1 still. So it's
Do
actually lighter than the SS's, so they're a pretty good car for drag racing out the box.
do we have any more information? You said that GM was releasing their last combustion engine. Do we have any more information on what that's going to be, what it is, any of that?
Oh, no, I don't think GM said that. They said there's a Gen 6 small block Chevy
Oh
coming.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, the small block. Do we have any information on what size, anything like that yet, or is it still in super early development?
I'm guessing it's not super early development since they're telling the public, but what do I think about it? What do I think's going to happen? So I think for the truck lineup, we're still going to see a 5.3 pushrod V8. I don't see that going anywhere. They've had a lot of success with the 5.3s.
And dude, the aftermarket support is ridiculous.
Yeah, 6.2 probably will be around still. Possibly 5.7. Me and Matt have guessed what we think it'll be. He thinks more on the 5.7 side. I'm kind of leaning on 6.2 because they've had two generations of 6.2s now that have done really good.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the 6.2, it's the newer of the small blocks.
it's probably. I mean, LS3 is definitely the best LS out of the box,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
then LT. I mean, either LT4 or LT1, both are phenomenal. So I just foresee that being next because why? GM's got the game when it comes to pushrod V8s. I don't. For them to go any other direction, I think would be silly. I think the new Z06 is cool, but I don't think they should target just doing dual overhead cam, especially when they got so much money on the technology for a push rod.
Yeah, and they do have the market for people who will spend that kind of money on a LT, but then again, they also have an even bigger market that's spilling money in their LS side.
Yeah, I mean they're still selling LS long blocks,
And there's still people
and
just pushing them things to the limit too, like showing off just how much they
yeah,
can handle.
I mean there's still and people saying GM's not going to be in the performance industry. I mean that's just crazy. It just unveiled the 632 big block. Do you really think they'd be releasing new big blocks if they weren't trying to get performance still?
Yeah, that's true. I was just talking about that engine today, dude. I would love to see somebody like put that in like just some just crappy like third gen Camaro or Fox body or something.
It's in a third gen.
Oh yeah, that's right. You showed me that picture. I want to see something run with the 632. I'm very curious to see what its stock numbers would be.
I mean, it's 1,000 crank,
I'm
so
talking about like ET and stuff on the drag strip, like in like a ideal platform.
yeah, I don't know. I'd say with 1,000, you could probably run eights pretty easily.
That's crazy, dude. Like you were saying, you could
Probably
just get
seven.
a motor out the box that's already making 8 second rips. That's insane. Or even it's just getting a crate engine that makes 1,000. That's so crazy. Like NA too at that.
That's really easy to do with just like a LT4 if you want. Like LT4 stock bottom end. You maybe. I mean, them pistons. Nah, not maybe. Them pistons ain't gonna handle that, but rod crank's gonna handle it. You just gotta get a good piston, and bam, you're making 1,000. No
That's
problem.
that's another thing I'm worried about too. Is if the LS does die out and it is all LT or like I said hybrids. These kids ain't gonna be able to afford anything, man. It's already bad
No,
enough
I
as it
mean, you
is.
look at like the new Super, man, that's like targeted for car enthusiasts and 48K, 50K.
God, that's insane. And
I'd love to have one, I think they're awesome, but for a young enthusiast like me, that ain't happening.
I think we're definitely overdue for another GTR too, and there's no telling how much it's going to be.
Well, you saw the R36, didn't you?
I did not. Is the R36 already been released or announced at least?
Yeah, they've announced it.
Okay, I haven't even.
There's
Oh,
photos of it.
wait, doesn't it just look extremely similar to the R34
R35, yeah.
or R35? Yeah. Okay, I've seen pictures in that.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
really a new model. It's a facelift, if anything.
yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The R35 used to be my dream car until I got actually in a Camaro. But yeah, I mean they're super nice cars. They look clean. They look nice. Some people might not like them because they're more into the R34s, but you got to realize that car is like 20 years. There's 20 years difference between, or no, there's 10 years of difference between the two cars, and you got to understand, man. They got to change. They can't just keep using the same exact look all throughout these years.
I don't know. I'd tell you R34 over R35.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, well, nostalgia too. That adds a whole lot of bonus points for that. But I never was really into the '90s model import
I ain't
scene.
working on an R35. I ain't dealing with all that.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a mess to work on. But in the
You
aspect of
buy
doing,
early R35, their transmissions are glass too.
I've heard that. Yeah, I heard a lot of people swap those, especially if they're drag racing. They get off that stock trans quick.
Yeah, they're known to give some issue.
Whenever I'm talking about the future, I'm just wondering what cars are going to be nostalgic to them, like the cars that we drive now.
I
What's
think the
what's
C7, dude, like
you think that's
such a
gonna?
great platform. Yeah, that's like one of the best platforms right now, dude.
The big
American.
question is like 6 years from now, what's going to be the Nova 2 to this to the new generation? Because that's the pinnacle. I think everybody thinks the Nova 2 looks clean. I mean, even that's just that and like the first gen Camaros, they look clean. Like as far as just classic American muscle cars,
I
like
think
I'm
all of them are gonna be. I mean, everyone loves the older Mustang, older Camaro,
yeah.
older Dodge.
like you said, you're still saying the C7 Vet's going to be that ideal. Like I don't.
Yeah, I think anyone trying to do track or, you know, drag, I mean, that's a great platform.
I wonder if whenever it gets to that point, what our cars are going to be classified as. Probably modern muscle cars, and theirs are going to be like future muscle cars.
Nah, ours won't be modern no more. It'll be antique.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know.
Theirs will be late model and ours will be the old.
It seems so weird to think of our cars as old models though, but they will
They
be.
already are. I mean, my car is 13 years old.
Yeah. My 82 is what, like 30 something years old.
See, I got an 83, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 40 years old, bruh.
God, yep. Well, that's how old my Camaro is because I've got you beat by a year. It's rough. I wouldn't even consider our 80s like antiques. I mean, they're still I don't know.
I do. What do you mean?
It seems hard to think of something like that an antique. Whenever I think of an antique, I think of like something like a 30 39 like Ford or something like that.
Dude, that's old, bro.
I
That's
think
like,
that's what I'm saying. Whenever I think of an antique, I think of something fragile, something that like is super super old.
yeah, C10s are pretty old, man. You see them rust the fuck out.
Yeah, I know. I'm just ready for the fourth gen just to go die in a hole and never be around anymore. But I got a long way to go.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be long.
I know. It needs to happen.
You crazy, bruh.
I think it's weird thinking that our cars are gonna. I wonder. Now this is a good question. I wonder what car is going to be like that hard car that is hard to find, and whenever you do find it, it's super expensive, like the Sky or 34 Skyline. I wonder what that
Or
car is going to be.
GT.
The 4G, yeah, but that. Well, how long? That it's kind of weird perspective because the 4GT is super ungodly expensive now in modern day. I can't imagine it going up in price in the future.
Yeah, I can. It's very limited production run. I mean,
The Skyline though, it wasn't. I mean, you can get one. They weren't insane back in the day, were
those were
they?
common.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Those were
saying.
common.
I'm
Not like V-Spec 2s and stuff, nah, but
right.
like just the R34, like GTST, like,
You
and
can't.
even the GTR. I mean, there's a lot of GTRs in Japan.
Yeah, yeah. I could see it being. I could see it being the Ford GT for sure. That being that Supra, and R34 level rarity just because of the limited production. But I wonder what car is just going to get so destroyed and so mangled by our generation that it'll be so hard to find.
GTSV.
Yeah, but that's also another vehicle that I mean, compared to Camaro and like all the typical sports cars, they didn't have that crazy of production, did they? Compared to our cars,
They made quite a few
did they? I know they
CTSVs.
didn't make many of the wagons. That'll be a diamond in the rough in our future, I'm sure, because that's like the 4GT. They didn't make many of those wagons, I don't think.
No, they didn't. They're pretty, especially with stick shift. That's like really
Hey,
rare.
that's rare now. I can't imagine. That'll probably be extinct by the time we're boomers, I'm sure. What? That's another thing too. Like you envision a car boomer nowadays. We're in our 20s. You think of an old dude wearing his ankle white socks and his
Hmm.
white Skechers and his C7 out of Cracker Barrel. What do you think we'll be rocking? Like,
Uh, so we'll have our teardrop tattoos.
oh my god.
We'll still be vaping, even though there's gonna be a new fad of like some DMT
Yeah,
bullshit.
just directly
You
shooting your
know,
veins.
yeah, like, oh, you gotta have the AI give me my meds.
God, that is a whole nother thing.
I think what's the sad boy year? It'll be a bunch of old man and sad boy stuff. Um, some Tim's.
God, is that homage to Baku?
Yes, sir. I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of different styles.
I could see whenever you think of our go-to, what we're gonna look like as boomers, I could definitely just see us wandering around just wearing old racing shirts, like brands that they don't make no more.
Yeah.
Like
I have all my LS shirts.
I'm sure there's going to
The
be.
hell's the LS?
Oh, that is true. Yeah, with combustion engines, theoretically dying out or being dead as far as production goes in our boomer years, I could definitely see us still wearing like hooker shirts or like all
Yeah.
those like aftermarket brands that definitely aren't around anymore. Texas Speed probably still find some way to do electric motors or something. I'm sure they got enough money
Yeah,
to
I
invest
think
in research or something.
think there'll be a lot of aftermarket for EV. I don't think people realize it yet, but there's definitely mods to be done.
Yeah, it's just too early for people to even imagine it. I mean, back whenever we were probably in high school, middle school, people probably still thought it was like not ever possible, or I mean, maybe not that far, but they,
You can turn the juice up, get some more wattage out of them electric motors.
yeah, I, I don't know, man. It's gonna be weird seeing a new generation come in and take over. We're definitely a long way from seeing that happening, but ugh, it don't look good with these Ricer boys and these guys on Marketplace who overprice everything because they're dumb.
Yeah, we'll see.
Trish, or my wife, showed me a picture on Marketplace of a Jeep Cherokee, and we were just thumbing through the pictures first, and like, dude, this guy's frame rail looked like a Kit Kat that had been broken in like a million pieces, and in the description he was like, "little frame rust." I'm like, dude,
Just a little bit now.
if you shut that door too hard, I think that whole frame would just disintegrate.
I know what I got. I'm gonna fix it up one day.
I know what I got, dude. That's like, there needs to be a whole like YouTube series on I know what I
Yeah, the
got.
people around like the OG Teslas up in the future, they're gonna be like, I know what I got. It's a collector's item.
Yeah, could you imagine that? That's gonna be
Elon
weird.
Musk signed Tesla.
Yeah, Elon. I feel like Elon Musk gonna be one of the first people that has his like brain in a jar or something like that. Some like Simpsons stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
He like he puts his brain in like a robot or AI bot or something. Something of like Futurama.
Yeah, that's exactly how Elon. He's kind of his AI's brain, like imprinted into an AI, and it's gonna be on your Tesla.
Oh my god. Yeah, I
It's gonna
could
be like
see that.
talking to you while you're driving.
Yeah, he directly talks into you. He's gonna be like Tesla Jesus or something. He just like beams in. I'm always
Tesla
watching.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, he is the creator, so he kind of already is. But like, he could be like directly with you at all times. Need
He's ready.
so we're gonna have a guest next episode. I kind of wanted to tease at that to get everybody ready. I have a. I want to go ahead and urge you guys, because if we have any time at the end of the episode or maybe somewhere in there, I want to see what you guys would ask a Ford technician. I'm sure there's going to be some dumb questions, and we are here for it.
Hmm.
Jordan himself
I'll
being
be-
an ex-Ford technician, I'm sure he can also help him answer those questions.
Don't be asking what's going on in the back of that shop, okay? You don't want to know.
Don't even want to know. Oh my god.
Horse.
Awesome.
Horse.
Well, we're going to go ahead and switch it to our sponsor, and we'll see you guys on the next topic. Today's episode is sponsored by Dubby, the energy blend that is waging war on big energy. Guys, if you're one of those people like me that goes into a gas station and spends $3, $4, $5 on an energy drink just to get you through the day, you have to check out this product. With their tubs containing 30 servings, it's going to save you so much money in the long run. And if you don't want to ball out and buy a tub right off the bat, you should definitely check out their starter pack. It comes with a shaker cup. The starter pack's going to come with 2 flavors, their Dragonade and also their Beach and Peach. 2 amazing flavors. I really love the Beach and Peach, and let me just tell you, I'm not a big peach guy, but it was really, really good. And they have a lot of cool, interesting flavors on their website. But a lot of them are under pre-order right now, so the sooner you get on that pre-order list, the sooner you're going to receive your product. Guys, head on over to w.gg and go check out some of their product. Any purchase you make on the website, use coupon code HealthBars10. That's going to give you 10% off. And that's going to not only help the show, but it's also going to show Dubby that we're going to be a good partner to work with. guys, I urge you, go check out their products. Go check out that starter pack. It's gonna be a great thing to invest in, especially like I said, if you're one of those guys that's cranking down those energy drinks like myself. Again, guys, go to w.gg and use code healthbars10. What do you got on zombies games, man? That's kind of what I wanted to get into today.
Zombie, 7 Days to Die, Dead Island,
Oh, there's
Black Ops Zombies.
so many good ones.
What else we got? Back for Blood,
Back for
Castle
Blood.
Miner.
I didn't think you were gonna remember Castle Miner. I was gonna bring that one up.
What? I guess the Forest we shouldn't. Like, it's not zombie, but it's like survival like that.
Project Zomboid, but you haven't played it, and I've played it for like 2 minutes. That game's very challenging.
I don't think there's any other.
Oh, there's lots. We just haven't played them. There's
We can talk
definitely.
about Infected on Halo, I guess, too.
Oh, Flood
The
mode.
Flood,
That's good.
Dying Light.
Yeah. Also, what was that? I can't remember. I'll think of it later. There was one other one. It was kind of like Dead Island where you could like workshop cool, like super cool weapons, but I just don't. It was one of the first games that came out on Xbox One because I remember I was super hyped for
I know what you're talking about.
it.
Me
Ain't
and
Sunset
Logan played
Overdrive,
it.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just didn't say
God,
that.
that was so fun, dude.
I never got to play it, but I was super hyped about it.
Dude, that was a good game.
God, I still remember when the Xbox One came out. That was one of the first games they advertised a bunch for. They Project Spark, which I thought was going to be dope, but I couldn't get into it. And also that Son of Rome or whatever, Rise. That game looked fun, but I never got it either.
Never played that.
I think Project Spark's the only one I played from launch. Oh, and Battlefield 1 came out not long after Xbox One launched. That was fun.
For sure.
But anyways, so what zombies game can you like just sink into for hours and hours and hours? And I kind of want to get off Call of Duty, but as far as the sandbox zombies games are like,
I mean, for
free
hours and hours, I'd say I've got more in Dead Island.
Yeah, and whenever you think about it, that story isn't that long, but the game is just so interesting. It just sucks you in, dude.
Yeah, it's really, really fun trying to get all the weapons and stuff too.
Are you gonna get Dead Island too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like 100%.
I had it pre-ordered through Amazon, but for some reason, whenever I clicked on the Amazon link, it said I was getting like the Day Zero edition. I'm like, I don't want that. I want the pre-order edition, so I have to cancel it, and I'm gonna have to actually pre-order it directly through Epic.
Dang.
Yeah, I was kind of sad. I'm just one of those people that I'd rather like less places have my credit card information just in case. And I was like,
that.
I'd rather Amazon have it than anybody else. But for me, dude, I could get into some Dead Island for sure, but dude, I'm survival boy to the max. That's 7 days, dude. I could play 7 days by myself for hours and hours and hours. No idea.
7 days is fun.
And oh, dude, we gotta hop back on there whenever they do that update. I believe
feel like Melee only is probably my funnest thing to do on there.
maybe in the spring or something they're gonna have this big update. Where they're going to redo it and actually make the skill tree make sense, where you have like you can actually earn points by doing stuff instead of spending points on stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just they need to do that for sure.
Because it is a little bit annoying to grind like doing something remedial just so you can spend points on something.
Yeah, I agree.
7 days is just one of those games I could just play for hours, just because it's just one of those games where there's no end goal, no end objective. It's just like survive until you die.
Yeah, pretty much. You just living.
There does get to the point though where you're so OP, it's like you aren't going to die. I think that's why our last playthrough we ramped up the difficulty. I think we played where there was a blood moon every other day, and they were like all a nightmare. That was because I am the kind of guy that could play a game for probably like a week's time and just invest everything in. But Jordan's more of like, he's not. I would say you like survival games, but you're not like, you couldn't play it for weeks and weeks. So it's nice to speed up the process.
I like
for sure.
to take a break. Yeah.
And you're more of a competitive, like challenging kind of game kind of guy too. So
yeah,
it was, and I'll give it to you. That was extremely fun. Like, Because most of the time I'm playing just to chill and relax, but it was fun to like challenge ourselves and make it like super difficult. That it was fun.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good way that our different game plays kind of collide. Is where I like to be relaxed and chill, and you like to be like super fast and competitive. And where we meet in the middle, it's just like it makes for some fun gameplay.
For sure.
You've definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone on a lot of games. Like you'll just be like, all right, man, we're playing this on the hard, like Back for Blood. You
Yeah.
know, you're like, dude, we got to beat this on the hardest difficulty. I'm like, no, we don't. You're like, yeah, we do. Let's do this.
We still haven't.
Yeah, well,
We pretty much did, but
not the
we
newest
haven't.
DLC, have we? I thought we played it all
No.
the way through. Oh yeah, that is
Oh,
right.
we played it on not Nightmare, the other one.
Yeah. The
We were
insane or whatever
halfway
it is.
through on Nightmare.
Yeah, that is right. It just sucks because
Nightmare was stupid hard though.
especially well, and it doesn't help anything that we're playing pre-patch. Like they literally said in the
Yeah,
patch
I
notes
know.
that they made nightmare mode a lot less more difficult because it was literally insane. Especially if you had randoms who didn't really know what they were
Dude,
doing.
God, the randoms.
That
I can
especially on
remember.
the boat map was the worst because you had to like go
Yeah,
plant the charge and like if you didn't have somebody that was good at running or covering, like you were just screwed. You might as well have
it
nobody
was
on your
so
team.
hard to build a deck for the first act for me because if you had just one other person, it's hard to have two decks that really go hand in hand like that with the bots.
Yeah, and you got to play. You really got to play your card, like literally play your cards right whenever you're building those decks and
Yeah,
stuff on that game. I like
you
see
gotta have money grubbers.
that's one of those games that I like a lot because it's like you don't have to invest anything in it. It's just like a game you can jump in and just
Yeah,
like play it for playing.
yeah, for sure.
And it what the way we play it, like how you have to set up and kind of like plan everything. It kind of reminds me of the GTA heist that we used to do. We were talking
Yeah,
about like you got to have a strategy to actually like. Oh man, some of those missions were rough. Like you had to have a strategy.
dude, I had those figured out.
You had the best medic deck ever, like ever,
I know.
and I was
I
just like
know.
the
I got some
powerhouse.
heals.
I had that sniper shotgun class, dude. Them boss weak points. They didn't have nothing on me, dude.
Dude, I had one with a shotgun, and it was just insane how much damage it would do if you got up close, like the Tag 14.
Oh my god, basically like the brekkie.
Yeah, there's like three shots and it's dead. Like,
Yeah, that game is super fun. Even the multiplayer is fun, which we haven't played since the beta. That was really fun. It was pretty like cheesy with being able to hit people through walls and stuff, but I'm sure they
yeah,
fixed that. That
the
was just the
Bruiser
beta.
was pretty OP.
Dude, the fiery fisto pain too.
Oh my god, yeah. I
Upgrading
forgot
that all
about
the
that.
way. That was the best thing ever. Like I think all four of us had the fiery fisto pain bruiser.
We did. That was the best. They didn't stand a chance.
They should have just left when they saw us with the fiery fists.
If I saw that coming to me in the apocalypse, I'd kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, my time's come.
Save the pain. Have you seen those modded Minecraft zombies where it's like pretty much like Walking Dead? You don't see them as much anymore, but back whenever the Walking Dead
Yeah,
first started, that looked like a lot of fun too.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. It looked like fun, which Minecraft definitely trying too hard whenever they did stuff like that, but it did look like fun if you're into that kind of stuff.
Eh, I feel like that's a niche market.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about like modded Minecraft?
Yeah, like, there's not a lot of people that are gonna be in. Like, I'm not saying a lot of people won't play modern Minecraft, but it'd be hard to find a consistent player base for something like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it was about. Like, whenever I was super young, I just remember watching this one particular guy. He would always play Minecraft. I don't think he role played. I think he kind of maybe role played a little bit, but it was like cool to watch him play because he took it like super seriously. I don't know why. It just really appealed to me whenever I was super young. I loved it, dude.
Dude, I remember. We can talk about DayZ a little bit.
Oh, I forgot about Daisy. I've never
I
played it,
never played it, but
but
like one or two times, and I sucked.
it's so fun watching people like Speedy and them play it, dude. Like, if you had a
Dude,
group, you were so
there's this
OP.
guy I used to watch called Frankie. He'd make like movies out of it. Frankie on PC and 1080p.
Uh huh.
Dude, he had some I had sunk hours in that shit as a kid, dude.
Oh, watching those videos.
Yeah, like he'd make it into like a movie. He played Ark too, and he'd make it like, dude, it's so much fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's like the best content ever.
That is, yeah, that's kind of like what I was getting. It's kind of funny how you still remember videos that you watched as a kid, like the super weirdest things like that.
Yeah, I know. It's like somehow I still remember.
I like how there's just like these different varieties of zombies games, and you have like almost almost the same player base that plays all these different ones.
Yeah, there's not like a lot of crossover between zombie games too. Like they all are pretty different in how they play.
Yeah, whether it's
Except for maybe
horde
like Dying
survival.
Light and Dead Island. That's like the only two that I can really think of that are pretty similar.
Yeah, well, and Sunset Overdrive. I can't vouch
Like
for it. I've never
Seven
played it
Days is
before.
pretty unique. Sunset Overdrive is like its own world, dude.
Really? That different?
Yeah, it was that was such a fun game. You need to like play it.
It looked like a lot of fun. Like I really wanted it, but I was like a little kid at the time and I didn't have my own money, so I was like, oh, never got the chance to play it.
It, it be like that.
I just remember the trailer, the guy having like a freaking buzzsaw and a baseball bat or something. It reminded me of the
Yeah.
Ripper mod from Dead Island.
Yes, sir. What about those modded weapons on Dead Island, bro?
I don't know, dude. It's like it. I feel like we still haven't seen all the blueprints. There's got to be some hiding, dude. That game,
Yeah, I remember there's an M60 one I never got, but I knew someone who had it.
that was one of those games that definitely rewarded you for checking every nook and cranny and buildings and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I
We
just
know so many spots on that map for blueprints.
I just wonder where Dead Island 2 is gonna take off, or like where what they're
Oh,
gonna
wasn't
do.
it supposed to be in like
I think it's supposed to be set in Cali.
yeah,
I
like
could be
somewhere in
wrong.
Cali, probably like Long Beach or somewhere.
Yeah, which I think is super cool how they're doing it in the states. But I mean, granted, it's not an island, but it's still like the beach. The beach is you got sand and stuff. Kind of reminds you of an island. I don't know. I'm not mad at it.
Have one in Hawaii, fucking volcano zombies.
I hope there's just like some scene where you like walk into a club and there's just a bunch of zombies raving out. That'd be the funniest thing ever.
Dude, the Black Ops Cold War zombies meme with the coffin.
The coffin dance.
That was one of the funniest ones I've
I
seen.
need to look that up. I never got to see that.
Yeah, I was playing with some randoms and one of them did it.
What do you have to do to get that to happen?
I don't remember. I think you gotta have a ray gun or something though.
Huh? Is it just like something super easy, like a disco ball and dies and rock?
I think it's a little. I don't know. I don't know. I'd say it ain't hard though.
Yeah, with Dead Island being set in possibly California, that'd be really cool if they had a more variety in vehicles other than just the one truck like there was in that one. Oh, that's another game I'd like to bring up. You never played it, but mutual friend of ours, he loved it back in the day. State of Decay.
Oh yeah.
That game, dude. I know you never played it, but it was so fun. Like I don't know why it was so fun, but it just was. And you could have different vehicles, and you can upgrade them and all this other stuff. I don't even think it was made like by like an actual big game maker name. It might have been made by Microsoft actually, which I know they are a big company, but they aren't like dedicated just to making games. I could be wrong though, but
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's made by Microsoft because I know for sure they're exclusive to Microsoft.
I feel like it wasn't a AAA developer.
No, and you could tell, it wasn't that in depth of a game. You could beat it in a few hours pretty easily, but it was really fun just to free roam on there and find different vehicles and help different people. And it was in depth in the kind of way that I like, where you have to manage a community and make sure they're all happy, the morale's good. You defend your house every now and again. That was kind of an annoying aspect because you'd be like half across the map, and be like, "Hey, get back home! You gotta help us protect." And like, bruh, I'm in the middle of something. Come on. That's the only thing that was a little bit tedious about that game, but it was still fun. I would like to see some of those aspects where it's different vehicles and you have like a area you have to like have set up. I did like how Dead Island was. You had a base location or different communities, but I would like it too if it was like a little bit more challenging, where it could come under attack every now and again.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
How it kind of like it's not just story based. There was some more to the game other than just hey go
Yeah,
go
like
do
I
a
like
mission.
RNG a little bit, like on stuff like that. As long as it's not like so for items in game like RNG, like on attacks and stuff. I think attacks should be certain damage with RNG, like to headshots maybe.
Oh
But
yeah,
I think a lot of games get RNG bad.
yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Dead Island 2 take some notes from like a Fallout game or something by Bethesda where there's like a lot more interaction throughout the map, because I think we both can agree there's a lot of times where we were just driving to a mission and literally nothing's happening other than like a couple zombies in the road or something. There wasn't a lot of meat between locations.
In the city, there definitely was.
Yeah, but like whenever you're talking about the starting like area on Benoit, it's like you might have a gas station between the lighthouse and the in the whatever it is, but other than that, there wasn't really that much.
Yeah.
Granted, there was that one humongous horde of zombies right in front of the bus that was just amazing to just
Yeah.
crowd kill, but
Bond kill them hoes.
yeah, they
All you hear when you're driving is the
yeah,
effect it is you go.
and immediately have to break the windshield.
Yeah, immediately because always I hate it when you're driving and you can't break it because you're driving. Like you gotta stop. Dead Island had some funky mechanics with cars.
It did, and too with like the modded guns, where the modded home run
Yeah,
shotgun.
they could definitely improve on that in the next game.
That's another thing too. I wish games would leave fun glitches in. That's just fun glitches are just so fun. If it don't like break the game, dude, it's so fun. Like the home run shotgun mod was so funny.
I was thinking of the swing set glitch in GTA.
Yeah, I
You said
was too.
fun.
Yeah, that GTA 5 had the same thing with that gate up near the observatory. You remember that?
What it?
If you
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would, and it was already at a high point in the map too, like for the city. That was like great. You could easily get sent like almost to. I don't think you could get sent to Grove, but you could definitely get sent to like that first expensive hotel or building. That was great. I hate to hope it on Dead Island, but I hope there's funny bugs like that in the game from launch. That would be so much fun. Well, do you think they're trying to shove Dead Island Riptide up under the rug by doing this? In your opinion, like it
What do you
seems like they
mean?
don't. I don't know. Like Dead Island Riptide kind of was their Dead Island 2, but it just seems like it didn't really get a lot of. I mean, you didn't even really care for it that much.
Dead Island One's better, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is hard whenever you knock it out of the park with your first game to follow it up with another good game. I didn't hate it, but like you said, Dead Island 1 is definitely way better.
Yeah, Dead Island One is better.
And they were making Dead Island 2 back, I don't know, years ago. They even had like a trailer and everything, but all of a sudden they just clear the drawing board. I wonder if they actually did, or if they have been working. I can't imagine they've been working on that game for this long. There ain't no way.
Nah, they probably scrapped it and came up with it.
I really, really hope they knock it out of the park, dude. That's gonna be one of those games that we're gonna be able to play through multiple times. Because I mean, we already do it with Dead Island 1.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's a whole nother thing. I think there's some really good games that are going to come out this year. Not much for me, but for my wife, she's definitely fired up about Last of Us coming to PC here in a few weeks.
Yeah, I want to play it.
And then the month after, you've got Dead Island 2 coming out in April sometime. We're gonna have a new Call of Duty, and the Treyarch's having their turn at Call of Duty in this fall. That's gonna be interesting to see what they end up doing. See where
Yeah,
they take zombies. See if that's gonna take a new turn.
we'll see.
We'll see if I'd probably be hoping for a shot in the dark, but that'd be cool to see a Call of Duty remastered this year. That would be cool, but I doubt it would happen. That man, if they remastered like Black Ops 1 or something and released it with the new Treyarch game like they did with COD 4, that'd be dope. I don't
Yeah,
see
that
them.
would definitely get some attention though.
I don't know if they'd do that again or not. They can't argue sales though, because it boosted their sales like crazy.
Yeah, it had to boost the sales, bro. That was
But I mean, there's
that.
going to be a new zombies game for sure. I don't know anything else coming out, but there's I'm sure there's going to be a lot of games announced coming up this spring. I don't know when the big announcement thing is. Arc 2 is supposed to be coming out this year sometime. And hopefully a game that me and you've been waiting for, Party Animals, because we be into that gang beast here lately, big time.
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah,
that.
it needs to come out now.
Yeah, that's something we've been really into lately is the brawling kind of style games. It's just so fun. It's just like it's one of those games you could just jump into any minute, any time, and like somebody that's never even played that game before could fumble with the controls for a few minutes and figure it out. Like at least
Pretty
the
much.
basic mechanics.
It didn't take me very long to understand how to control the character.
Yeah. I don't know. And you wanted to talk about the flood on zombie on Halo. That was really cool too. And in fact,
Dude,
like,
I remember playing Halo 3 and getting the shit scared out of me.
yeah, they made the creepiest sounds, dude.
The hunters are fucking tanks too, dude.
Especially if you were like in an OP spot and like you're just slaying them, and all of a sudden behind you you hear the sound of one of the flood.
Two fucking hunters.
God, that like that was so fun too because you if you were a big fan of the Halo like sound effects where it's like running riot like all that, you definitely heard
Oh
that
yeah.
on Infected.
Oh, you're talking about multiplayer. Dude, multiplayer infected. I could play Halo
Oh
Reach
yeah, that's what I'm
infected.
talking about. The multiplayer
Halo
Infected.
Reach infected for days, dude. I could play
Yeah,
it.
that was so much fun, dude. I know Halo. I'm not sure. The last time I checked, Halo Infinite doesn't have any sort of infected mode. But dude, they are
Oh no,
dropping the
they need it.
ball like big time, dude. All like I would say all Halo players at least has played infected once. That game is so fun, dude.
They're
They're
they're definitely missing some players for that.
they're stepping in the right direction. They added Forge mode like sometime
Yeah, I
last
saw
year.
that.
That's a big move because Halo Reach Forge mode was very fun. Yeah, I hope they add Infected in Modern Warfare. I mean, they brought back Infected in Modern Warfare 2019. That was a lot of fun. I played that myself, got a
Yeah.
nuke. That's fun.
It ain't, has it been in MW2 yet? I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of sat MW2 down. I'm not going to lie.
I have to, but I still see like gameplay and I haven't seen any of it. So
Yeah, probably not. No, well, they had some sort of zombies, like kind of infected thing in Warzone for Halloween where there was like infected but in Warzone. That was kind of cool. I played that a little bit.
Apex Legends had a Halloween event that was like zombies, and it was super fun.
Yeah, that's kind of like Warzone, but it was pretty much Warzone, but like if you died, you became a zombie. It was a good idea. Like it was
Yeah.
a good concept, and I think too, if you killed a guy, you had to kill two or three people, and you can actually come back as a human. It was pretty dope. I enjoyed the Halloween event. They did a good job with that. As much as I don't like Warzone.
That
Yeah,
sounds a lot like the Apex Legends one.
yeah. It got some people on the Warzone, which it's a free game as it is, but like somebody that's not big into like first person shooters, they could definitely jump into a game like that where it's like uh, infected based.
What about like so on open world zombie games? What you got anything you looking forward to or anything?
Definitely Dead Island 2, and I'm really looking forward to that 7 days update because it's the game's playable now. I mean, the game is great, but the game's gonna feel new, I think, and that's one thing. Granted, that game is still in alpha, which is crazy to me, but uh, that game does a really good job of putting out humongous content updates. Like there's these games that just put out soft updates where they just update some glitches or whatever, but it seems like 7 days will consistently wait. I mean, granted, you got to wait a long time for an update, especially whenever they drop new stable versions or new experimental versions of the alphas or betas. I think it is in beta. No, it's still an alpha. But they release so much content with their updates, and I don't know. Who knows when it's going to take that game? I mean, the game's still an alpha. It hasn't even made it to the beta stage yet, but that game seems so fun and so polished already. Really, you can nag on the graphics a little bit. They're pretty bad, but I mean, after you play the game for a few hours and get a feel for it, the graphics don't seem that bad at all. That brings me to
Oh,
Castle Miner, dude. Castle Miner's the same way.
it does got some bad graphics and
Castle Miner's an indie game though. That's whenever you're comparing
yeah,
an indie game to like an actual developer. Castle Miner
I,
for what it was, dude. That game was so much fun. Like
for sure. I spent a lot of time on that as a kid.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna forget about that game until I beat it. I still want to beat it so bad. Like me and Trish gave it a few runs, a couple years ago.
It's
That
a
game,
little hard. We always would speedrun it as kids.
yeah. Well, what
I remember I played that game in 6th grade, bro.
you got to tunnel underground until you hit a meteor. A meteor would be ideal, but if you can't find a meteor, you keep going until you hit Mineral Island, and that's whenever you rack up. But God, that's whenever that freaking
Meteors where it's at.
that blood dragon shows up, messes you up, no matter how stacked you
Yeah.
are, dude. He wasn't having it.
That dragon be hard.
If there was armor in that game, it'd probably be a lot easier, but that's the fun part. That game is so challenging for no reason at all.
It is. It's hard.
Like, the
Looks like
developers...
another game mode that was hard as fuck too.
Well, yeah, after you beat the game on the normal, like, expedition mode, you get Dragon Expedition, where, like, the
Yeah,
only
that's
enemies
right.
is dragons. Like,
This is wild, bro.
that game would be fun if it was like Temple Run, where you constantly had the hardest dragon chasing you until
Yeah.
you made it to, like, the last island, or, whatever it was.
Feel that, homie.
That game was fun for no reason. That's what a lot of these zombies games are, because you have such a simple concept whenever you have a zombie game. Just don't die, stay alive, kill zombies. Like, it's such an
Yeah,
easy
pretty
concept. I think that's where, like, 7 Days and all these games have, like, just... I mean, they have such a simple concept. There's... Just survive. That's it. You don't have, like, an enemy you're trying to pursue constantly. It's just you're pursuing survival.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
at Call of Duty, it's the same way. Just keep surviving. It's going to progressively get more difficult. I think that's why those games are so replayable, because, like, you have the same goal every time, and it's like you set the game down for a little while, and you and your buddies have just got done playing something for a while. You're like, oh, what should we play? And they're like, oh, we ain't played this in a while, and it's just got that replayability.
Yeah, for sure. COD Zombies got some replayability for sure.
Dude, they need to make... I know Black Ops 4 or 3, they all released some zombies maps, some throwbacks. Dude, that would be something Treyarch could make some big bucks on. If they released a standalone zombies game with every single zombies title in it, with guns appropriate to the map, like literally just a remaster of every zombies map, dude, I would buy that immediately.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Like Zombies Chronicles the game or something, and like that'd be cool if, like, in the menu they had it segregated to each storyline. You got, like, the Richtofen group storyline and, the Misty. I know they all tie together, but, like, just group-based. Or you can just play whatever you want. I didn't realize I was missing out on so many banger maps whenever you showed me Moon on Black Ops 3 with it
Yeah,
remastered.
dude, Moon's so good.
I don't think me and you ever played Shangri-La. I haven't played it yet, but me and you played Kinder Toten. That's the one we've been playing a lot lately. That one's super
I
fun.
played Shangri-La.
I don't remember playing Shangri-La. Oh, wait, is that the one with the swamps and stuff?
Yeah.
I haven't played the one in the temple or whatever. I haven't played that one yet. What's that one called?
Temple.
Yeah, there's like the cover of the map is like a temple, looks like a desert temple or something. There's that Shangri-La.
Oh, no, that is Shangri-La. I was thinking Shinonuma.
Shinonuma. I haven't played Shinonuma.
Yeah, yeah, you haven't played Shangri-La.
Okay. So you had them backwards. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never played that one. Is that also on Black Ops 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Black Ops 1 map.
Okay, so did they bring back all the... Okay, other than 5. I played 5 on Black Ops... Or I played 5 on 360, but I barely remember it at all. You really liked 5, didn't you?
Yeah, 5's a good map, bro.
You liked 5 because you liked Eminem, though.
I mean, song good. Song pretty banger, actually.
Oh my god, and just thinking back to the other Zombies games, granted it's not a Treyarch game, but like Spaceland Zombies, like I want to see an Extinction mode. I want to see everything like that related in a game. That would be so dope. Like, God, Call of Duty needs to come together as a unit just to bring every single game mode like that into one game. That'd be so amazing. I'd probably pay like $100 for that, honestly.
Yeah, I think that'd be worth $100.
Like that's so cool.
They can definitely come out with a game like that.
Yeah, it gets so much attention, and dude, people had content for days. Everybody start re-uploading like zombies videos like that. That'd be cool
Dude,
to like.
zombie screen is huge.
If they went to the struggle of remastering, they should like put like little Easter eggs in each one of those maps and have them all come together for one major freaking Easter egg. That'd be so cool. Something crazy, like after you complete the Easter egg, like changes your title screen forever or something. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be something. That'd definitely be something zombies would do though. They just make the most difficult, insane Easter eggs for no reason at all. It'd be like, click on this painting that doesn't look suspicious at all in this room at this time, on this round at this time.
Yeah. Like the most in-depth, like, you gotta remember I was Morse code for this one part. That's the origins for one of the upgrades for the Thunder Fist. It's Morse code.
I just imagine like the guy who finds out these Easter eggs is like that guy from Beautiful Mind with like the writing all over the window panes and the walls and stuff. Looks like Lester's room whenever he's planning heists.
Yeah. Got everything hung up, like planning it all out.
Oh my god. Well, that's
so.
What have you got? What have you got?
So, I don't know if you ever played Zombie Army Trilogy.
What?
So it's Nazi zombies. It's like sniper elite games. So it's mainly snipers. And it's super fun and there's like cool Easter egg. You need to get that game, bro. Zombie Army Trilogy is super fun.
That sounds wild.
It's crazy, bro. You need to play it at least once.
If we're shouting out random zombies games, you might have played this. Trish goes on and on and on about it. Zombie Farm. Apparently it's a Facebook game.
I can't say I've played it.
She she said she'd do anything for that game to come back up. It was just one of those random Facebook games. I saw somebody posted a one of those old Facebook games that we used to play. I don't know if you played it, but I definitely did. You remember Car Town?
Car Town?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, that game was so weird. Like, you could have, like, cars in a garage and everything, and you, like, drag race them with your friends, your Facebook friends. That was one of those wild games.
No, I've never heard of that.
And you had, like, Me Town. That was weird. I played all those weird Facebook games, dude. There's a game like Clash of Clans, but it's called Backyard Monsters or something. That game was fun.
You know all these small games, bro.
I know. There's one called EA Sports Bar. That was a very fun one. You got like manage your own like sports bar. That was fun. God, I could just get off topic on the most random stuff ever.
I can't say I've played those.
Do you have anything for our wonderful audience here?
Keep it classy.
Keep it classy. Okay. We hope you all enjoyed the show. Make sure to give us a follow and a like, and hopefully we will see you next week in a brand new mini-series.